circling. Got a bunch of cops up here. Not sure what's going on. Nothing to clip on here. There we go. We're back on. Had some app issues. We've got a bunch of police officers, state troopers, and APD are in the block circling around. They've been all over South Austin in the last 30 minutes. There's several incidents going on. Not sure if that's connected. Y'all know what's going on yet? Huh?
Oh shit, he's recording. He's smart.
Yeah. Y'all know what's going on?
No.
Okay, so I just heard that there was a police chase
Uh-huh.
and gunshots.
Down here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check it out. Y'all should film it. So, we got a police chase. Woo! Low limb. Huh?
You're my uncle now, alright?
Okay, that's cool. You got your camera ready? Okay. They're not gonna let us too close, but I'd like to get footage for B-roll to sell to the media.
Oh, you're a social media list?
No, I'm a stringer and I'm an independent journalist, so I get paid for B-roll. It's just like 15-second videos that they talk over. You know what I'm talking about? It's called B-roll. I don't know what it stands for. I guess I should. But I'm just your uncle. I don't know shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a nice lawn. Looks good. It's a lot of water, y'all. Don't waste that water. That's a nice car, though.
No, that is. That's one of my grandpa's
shit.
friends.
429. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens. Just be careful. They might start yelling. If they start yelling, we gotta change it up. I don't answer questions. Turn my body cam off. 3884. One of the police trucks marked. There's other neighbors out, so we're just staying on the sidewalk. We're on the sidewalk, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's other people out, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this person needs to come mow their yard. Look at this. They need you to mow their yard. Oh, that's a nice old car. A lot of good cars in this neighborhood.
I see a lot of
Cool cars. Y'all see a chase? No?
Do what?
It's supposed to be a chase and gunshots. You hear any of that?
You got your freaking camera? Yes.
Of course.
What's going on?
Ah, they're not gonna talk. Here comes APD. Just staying here with everybody else. See how that works? See the ghetto bird? Still airplane? There? Or is that an airplane?
No, that's actually airplane.
That's airplane. Good, the ghetto bird took off.
What happened?
What's happening?
Shark attack.
Shark attack.
Shark on land?
Everything's good. No threat to public safety.
Okay, I'm like.
Oh, I'm not
is
worried
there
about
some,
it.
like,
Second Amendment,
like,
sir.
in my backyard, or is like
No,
some
y'all good.
killer on the loose?
We're about finished up, so we'll probably be out of here in about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Are you sure it's a shark attack?
Hey nephew, I'm going this way. Ooh, look at that cool ass BMW. Look at that cool ass BMW, y'all. You see that cool? Y'all got too many cool ass cars out here. What is that thing? That's old. Like the 60s. The state trooper, like I said, no marking. I mean, no unit numbers. Get some B-roll. Stay on the sidewalk. Just stay on the sidewalk. But State troopers, state troopers. I knew there was a chase going on at Ben White and 35. Something was going on. And I like to see the wreck that ended it. The big old Dodge truck here. NHX685 something. Oh, there's your units right there. We're back, Lizard fam. There's tents over here. There's tents over here. Look at this. What's going on? I see a bunch of cars. I'm not closer than anybody else, but these cups are already looking. So that'll be fun. Alright, let's get in on these guys. Anybody we know? They're gonna start dispersing when they see me here, real fast. They got a young, they got a teenage black kid or two, and not in handcuffs, but standing there. Flashlights on them. Looks like APD's interviewing them. Got a bunch of jacked up looking state trooper gangs, but they don't have their dumb cowboy, their lovely cowboy hats on. I did not call your cowboy hats dumb. That was somebody, the devil made me do it. Whatever. Yeah, there's a good dozen cops or more over here. Got another, looks like a teenage black person on the hood of the car, in handcuffs. There's a cowboy hat. The cowboy hat has got him one of his marks. Oh, look, there's Salaki. There's bad cop Salaki right there. So some of these are state troopers, and some of these that look like army men, like the militarized federalized police force that you know and love, are bad cops with APD. Some of the downtown Austin Command goons. So as far as vantage point for filming, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna get something. Hold on. When they see me, they're gonna try to figure out where to put the police tape box. I think they're almost done. Everything is starting to check. Now they're gonna be like, yeah, we can't have them filming this close. We gotta make a new barrier to keep people from filming. If you're out here and you're not filming, it's one thing, but if you're holding them transparent and you're trying to expose the truth, you're gonna do some deep, so we'll see. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. We'll see what happens. But the police tape's hilarious because they'll waste all this plastic tape. It's bad for the environment. And it costs us money. And they'll just put that shit everywhere. It'll fly in the wind and stretch and then start coming and hitting you.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't cross the police tape. It's crossing me. Like the border. Huh? Yeah, there was some kind of police chase. And they got this person under arrest. See the person over there with the cowgirl cap wearing. Yeehaw. But I mean, the city council passed a resolution a while back, a few years ago, that they weren't supposed to be doing police chases, but that was just APD. They don't have any control over DPS, and I think this was a DPS chase. But So the other day, you're not gonna like this. On Ben White and South Congress, like a couple of weeks ago, DPS had a car chase. This hasn't been on the news. I've exposed it that the news has chooses to cover. I've told the news. I filmed them at the end of a police chase. They killed people. They wrecked 2 cars, and I don't know if they opened fire. But the police car, the state trooper flipped off in front of the bank over there, and they had 2 officers trapped inside there. He went like 50 feet. He was going so fast. He flew and ran into other people, and that didn't make fucking news. And I think they killed somebody.
Now, one time, me and my girlfriend, we were driving in our daughter. And this was like one of my cars like that too. We're in the snow lane. I guess you try to get on South First, like I guess a situation like that, like they want to fix him. Like dude almost fucking knocked us off the road.
They're crazy. I've seen plenty of times they've wrecked into people, but they're not supposed to be chasing people. They got that fucking ghetto bird. Just follow them. Follow them with your drone strike or whatever you got. You know, whatever they're doing. I don't know if I can do this, but I'm gonna try it. Mess up my mic. Y'all let me know if my mic messes up. I just logged into a power source. This mic, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get another mic as soon as the city finished paying me for my lawsuit. I just want a lawsuit. Good press and then DPS and UTP. They arrested me for filming the protests this summer. Again, yeah. No, it was like, like months ago. I don't know how long it's been. I feel like it's been like a year now. I don't know. It's been like one time. Maybe it was last summer. It was hot. Yeah, it was last summer. No, that was last summer.
Yeah.
It was real hot. And I had a lizard, and so they made had a bearded dragon, and the UK was making fun of me and talking mess about me in the Daily Mail. Bunch of idiots. Look at how much fun these people are having. You see how the face? Look at his face. Does he look stressed? Getting the stories together. Staging battle stories. I did this. I did that. It was so cool. I'm the coolest. I do this for a living. Look how cool I am. They don't realize how the future is going to look. It's going to be without them because of this. Without them. How many cops is this? Like, look.
Shit, it's over a dozen.
Yeah, over a dozen.
Over a dozen, easily over a dozen.
There's 0368. I mean, I couldn't get all these units. This is a white unmarked. They almost hit you. Yeah, they're fortified like a tank. Did you know they have, on the movies you shoot in the car? They're all bulletproof. Yeah, that's all bullshit. With Scotty the car guy, Scotty the car guy, he does a whole thing about how all the electronic, all the modifications. They weigh a lot more, they cost a lot of money. I mean, that's like $100 grand right there. Maybe more. Because that's more of like an executive vehicle. But who pays for the fuel? I forgot. Who pays for the fuel for all these fucking things? Do they not run like AC even when they're like in the restaurant the whole time to keep it cold? So who's paying for that? We're still paying for that? So, we're paying for all this shit. They don't need this shit. They don't need a whole truck for a dude. They should get a little tricycle or a little mini hybrid or a scooter. They don't need a big old truck. They're not doing work. It's a work truck. Oh, there they're gone. They heard someone criticizing them. They have very tender loins. They're tenderloined. Police have their feelings are, unfortunately, even the brown and black cops have white fragility when you become a police officer. You don the costume of the Klan, and all of a sudden, you're fragile and you can't take criticism. I didn't say that. That was actually Benjamin Franklin that said that. History. I mean, so far I can't tell there's so much going on. I want to see the car they were chasing. I want to see the wreck. I want to see what happened. And I don't see it. They're going down through his socks. Look, they're going through his sock. They're checking his socks. We're safe now. They're checking his socks. He's got striped socks. We're not sure about these socks. Oh no, that's his shoes. His shoes are striped. They got a red and white. There's no blue. We're gonna have to put some blue on them. Put extra blue. He looks like a teenager. Just like everybody else, you know. I don't answer questions. You can say I don't answer questions and just shut up. But you gotta remember to shut up. That's the hardest part. And once you do that, it's just like it goes downhill real fast on them. They walk away. They're like, okay, have a nice day, sir. But when I argue with them, it lasts longer than when I just say, I don't answer questions. I don't talk to cops. You like that hat? Is that a good hat on her? That's a good hat. Got one cowgirl hat. She got the rest of the teenage black kid. Yay, we're safe now. We're all safe. Ah, shittle. We're in trouble. Did it now. Got to make sure the entire neighborhood is traumatized when you leave. Traumatize the entire neighborhood, like they did in Mike Brown. Traumatize us until we revolt. Keep up. Keep it up. Yeah, they told us. Did y'all hear that? I got that in video on live stream. Good luck with that one. There was an incident at the W downtown, and all these cops and a medical examiner, so I know someone's dead. And they told me, the cop came out and said they had a loose cat. I'm like, okay, why do they say, what is the sociological, I mean, what is the psychology of some of this? What, is it a psychopath, a socio-psychopath? Just a narcissist? I did not.
They had one inside that house and they came out.
With the AR-15, oh shit. They keep one in the chamber I found out today in court. Been going to Elizabeth, Alexander Gonzalez civil trial. It's 2 weeks long, so we're only on the third day. But we found out they keep one in the chamber, so they don't have to rack their rounds, so they can just shoot immediately. Yeah, the training, they showed the police academy training, like promo video. Like, they walk right up to the target, and they go like this. Like right up to the target, and they shoot like that with a 40 cal. And they practice all of them. They put down thousands of rounds on the floor. Oh shit! I'm like, wow. Wow. And they pulled their AR-15, but she said it was a shark attack, so, and that we're safe. That's what the cop said. That's hilarious.
That's like their.
Yeah. And brown people, and indigenous people, and women, disabled people, and veterans. And eventually, it's going to be everybody, so it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was pretty wild. Thanks for the intel. I'm not your uncle anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say that
Yeah, I saw the ghetto bird. I live south there, and I saw the ghetto bird circling. I'm like, well.
In case something happened.
But I was seeing APD and DPS circling all around 35, Woodward. That had people, that had an incident on, Woodward and Ben White. They had cops running around 35 and Ben White all over with their lights on, emergency lights, I mean. And I think it was mostly APD, but I saw them getting out of their cars, stopping, looking around, didn't know what they were doing, and getting back in their cars, then turning around. And there was a lot of confusion going on. And yeah, I was like, what is going on? And I was on the phone call with a friend talking about the court today, which was a doozy. And then there was an incident at Burton and Old Torf. There was a lot going on. Cops are running around, and I kept losing because I can't run through lights with my emergency lights on like they can. They can just haul booty and do whatever. If we do it, it's bad for us, but it's like a double standard, right? Because they're supposed to be the first responder. In this case, they were just chasing a teenager and needed to get him. I don't know if there was a shooting or not. That's just a rumor. And of course, they have all their communications now encrypted with APD, so they haven't provided a radio to this news reporter, and they need to, so that I can hear what's going on, so I can be more informed the public, which is you, which is more important than the private. The public is more important than the private. The public is more important than the corporation. The public is more important in a democratic republic. Each person, each individual is more important than the government itself. But we never really truly get there, it seems. And I'm glad nobody was shot. I mean, I would have known. There was actually on Woodward, there were 2 ambulances and police tape at the subway there. So I'm not sure what happened over there. Maybe that's where it started. I'm not really sure what's going on. But I do know that I saw a lot of police officers. You saw what I saw, and I needed to get out and film something today anyway. So that was interesting. South Austin will never be the same. I've probably never seen this many police officers in South Austin at a single event, although maybe I have, just not so close together. Sometimes they spread out for miles and block off all the streets and go on some manhunt, or just try to keep people away from a scene. You keep some of us out of the scene all the part of the time, but you can't keep us all out. That's the secret. Trying to find my body cam thingy. Alright, good. Well, I don't feel safe. So I was listening to the police today saying that they didn't feel safe and they felt like they were going to die when nobody had shot at them, but they were shooting the shit out of people. Shooting women and men. Alexander Gonzalez, his girlfriend, tried to shoot the baby, shot up a whole family car, and how they were in fear for their life. And I was thinking, we're all scared. Don't be using that on us. We're all scared for our lives from y'all. Don't be saying you're scared of us. You're feared for your life. We're all feared for our life from y'all. Y'all need to get it straight. Y'all aren't public safety. Y'all are public hazard. Until y'all have a sanctity of life clause and get rid of all the bad cops, all the cops entirely, because they're all bad, and do whatever you're going to do. Do something different. But if you got to have cops, you got to get rid of all these bad cops, change all the policies. You got to change the train. You got to change everything. And you can't retrain those cops correctly. They have to go. Sorry to inform you. I've seen too much. All the cops got to go. They can go to Poland, they can go to Antarctica, they can go to Siberia, but they got to get the hell out of here, because we're scared of y'all. We're in fear for our life for y'all. Y'all got it all messed up. Y'all are just playing that game. Y'all are a head case. Y'all need to get off them psych meds and get your shit together.